Here's a 3-2. This one hit to left field, hit well. Left fielder Preston going over, and it's going to be off the wall on 2 hops. And so Foster with a 2-out double to left field. Boy, he gave that one a big ride. So that's the second double in the ball game for Henderson. In the first inning, Jackson singled with 1 out, stole second, then came home on the double by Jones. And here with 2 down, Foster with a long drive to left field. I thought that Preston, who has certainly great speed, might be able to get to that one, but he was over in left center and was not able to reach it. He caught up with it on the warning track, however, after a couple of hops. There's a strike to Brian Biggs, the pitcher. Biggs, at least on that first pitch, bailing out with that front foot, bailing out toward third base. That makes you very susceptible to the outside pitch. Let's see if he does it again. I mentioned Carthage in their white uniforms with red pinstripes. Here's the 0-1. He did it again. Strike 2 call. Henderson in light blue uniforms with red numbers on their back. 0-2 now on Biggs. He's the 8-hole hitter. Here's the 0-2 to him. Strike 3 call got him. So Biggs called out on strikes. And that is the second strikeout looking here in the second inning. And the let's see, that is their second strikeout of the ball game for Matthew Smith. So no runs, a hit. That was a 2-out double. No errors and 1 left. And we go now to the bottom of the second. Henderson 1, Carthage nothing. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7-hole hitters for the Dogs here in the bottom of the second. After this 60-second break, 60 seconds.
Flow Zone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. Flow Zone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. Flow Zone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
Here at Bulldog Park, Henderson leading 1-0, and leading off for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of that second frame is going to be Brooks Soap. It'll be Soap, Moore, and Malone here in the bottom of the second. Biggs, the lefty, to the plate. There's a strike. Brooks Soap, a right-handed hitting sophomore catcher for the Bulldogs. Here's the stretch. Here's the pitch. High. So Biggs is working from the stretch even with nobody on. You see more and more high school pitchers these days doing that. We've faced already a couple this year. Now the 2 Bulldog starters, both of them seniors, Matthew Smith and Dylan Davenport, they don't work from the stretch when there's no one on. They go with the windup. Here's Biggs with the 1-1. This one foul back into the screen. It's now 1-2. We will be in Henderson Thursday night. Incidentally, for those of you who like percentages, okay, this is game number 6. So that means after tonight we are 40% of the way through the district schedule, 15 games. Here's a 1-2. This one hit on the ground to the right side. Second baseman has it. and a throw, and he's going to be out. It was a bad throw. The first baseman had to stretch out as far as he could. In fact, he went up on the ground to come up with that throw, kept his foot on the bag, and so Soap is out 4-3. So we almost got a big break there because the throw was not the best from the second baseman, Fabiani. An easy throw, not a long one at all. First, did a great job of the first baseman there, Caden Foster, to save Fabiani a error. That pitch is ball one to Cade Moore. Biggs definitely not a flamethrower. There's no doubt about that. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. Spring Hill leading the district at 5-0. Carthage second at 4-1. Kilgore is third at 3-2. Henderson is fourth at 2-3. So right now, if the playoffs were to start tonight, Spring Hill would be the number 1 seed, Carthage number 2, Kilgore 3, and Henderson number 4. Center is 1-4, and Gilmer 0-5. All right, Biggs from the stretch and the 2-1. This pitch is popped up, the 1-2 pitch. This is popped up right side. Second baseman out on the grass and makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up now Patrick Malone, the DH. So in other words, in the district, you have a team with 5 wins, a team with 4, a team with 3, a team with 2, a team with 1, and a team with no wins. So it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 in the win column. And therefore you have a team, okay, the pitch is a strike, and therefore you have a team, Spring Hill, with no losses, a team with 1, a team with 2, a team with 3, a team with 4, a team with 5. Okay. I said 6 earlier. That's not right. Here's a ground ball to the right side, booted by the second baseman, and Malone's going to be safe. So the second baseman, with a questionable throw on the first out of this inning, and there he booted that one. So that's going to be an error on the second baseman, allowing Malone to reach first. So now we've got Malone at first with 2 down for Caden Ritter. So the error charge there to Connor Fabiani. Biggs looks at the runner at first. That pitch is low for ball 1. So you've got a left-handed pitcher on the mound, and of course that means that he has a great look at the runner on first base. So you can't afford to get too far off if you're over there at first. Here's a pitch. This one is hit to left center field. Hit well. Left fielder going back. It's going to be over his head. It's one hop against the wall. Here's a runner rounding third. He's going to try to score. The shortstop with it. Throw to the plate, and he is safe at the plate. So the Dogs have tied it up as a 2-out double by Caden Ritter drives in Patrick Malone all the way from first base. That was a drive to left center field, and it was one hop, I believe, against the wall. I think I remember calling it that way. And then you could tell it was going to be a fairly close play at the plate. So you had Malone running from first, and Coach Collsey, knowing it would take a perfect relay throw to get him at the plate, sent Malone, and he went head first across the plate with the tying run. So it's now a 1-1 ball game. And Ritter with the RBI double. He's at second base now with 2 outs. Now, boy, that was a big 2-out hit right there. Carson Crawford, the batter now. That pitch is low and inside. The count now to him is 1-1. So that's the third hard hit ball the Bulldogs have had against Biggs so far. So Carthage has tied it up here in the bottom of the second. Got the go-ahead run at second base with 2 down. This pitch is low, ball 2, 2-1 now. 2-1 on Carson Crawford. This is a 9-hole hitter, so next would be back to the top of the order in Ty Chambers if Crawford were to get on. Let's go, Carson. Here's a pitch. Didn't miss by much. That was close there. 3-1 the count now on Carson Crawford with Ty Chambers, the leadoff hitter, on deck. Biggs looks back at second, set at the letters, or actually above the letters, and now Crawford asks for time and gets it. Plate umpire Spencer Ashmore. Pierce Pipak is the base umpire tonight. Here's the 3-1, low, ball 4. So now the Bulldogs have runners at first and second with 2 down, and that brings up Ty Chambers. Now Chambers, he lined out to left his first time. So that's one of the hard hit balls that we've had tonight. Caden Ritter with the RB double here in this inning. Okay, Biggs now working from the stretch, looked back at second at the runner. The pitch inside corner on the breaking ball, strike 1. Biggs, the lefty, working from the third base side of the rubber. Here's the 0-1. That almost hit him. Boy, how did it miss hitting him right there? 1-1 the count. To the right field line to pick up that foul ball. A little bit of a delay until he gets it. Cooling off here tonight at Bulldog Park. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one is grounded foul, third base side. And according to the scoreboard, the pitch for Biggs. Again, according to the scoreboard, Matthew Smith has thrown 40 in his first 2 innings. For a game is 110. If you divide 110 by 7 innings, that's just under 16 pitches per inning. Here's the 1-2. Low, ball 3. Or ball 2, pardon me. 2-2 the count. Yeah, again, Biggs is not a flamethrower. Not at all. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, high, 3-2 now. 3-2 to Chambers. Now Watson is on deck. Watson, a left-handed batter, and Biggs, you know, lefty against lefty, made Watson go after a pitch well outside for strike 3 on his first at bat. So I would guess he wants to be careful here with Chambers on a 3-2. Here's a 3-2. This one hit on the ground. Shortstop to his left has it. Throw to first. Got him, and that ends the bottom half of the second inning. But the Bulldogs tied up. They pick up a run on 1 hit. That was the big 2-out RBI double. Boy, that's a big hit. When you get a hit to drive in a run with 2 outs, that is a huge hit by Caden Ritter. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error that allowed Patrick Malone, who scored the tying run for Carthage, to get on base, and 2 left, 2 runners left. So we'll go now to the top of 3. 1-1 ball game here. Back in 60 seconds.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and the Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's, a Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and the Loop.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Top of 3 here at Bulldog Park, a 1-1 tie. 9-hole hitter leads it off for the Henderson Lions, Kane Brantley. Pitch to him is foul back. Matthew Smith with 40 pitches in the first 2 innings. That's averaging 20 per inning. And again, if you're going to go the distance, you've got to average 16 pitches per inning. There's strike 2 call. So to get to a 16-pitch average, he'd have to retire the side here on 8 pitches. This pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. So Henderson has the go-ahead run on first now with nobody out in the top of the 3rd. And up comes the top of the order in J.T. Howard. Howard grounded out to Carson Crawford at 3rd his first time. Bulldogs with Matthew Smith, the senior right-hander, on the mound. Brooks Soap, sophomore catcher, behind the plate. Crawford is at 3rd. Ty Chambers at short. That pitch is a breaking ball over the outside corner for a strike. Sam Watson at 2nd. Cade Moore is the first baseman. Cale Preston in left. Center fielder is, okay, let's see, just a second. That pitch is, here's a throw to first. They've got him in a rundown. Got the runner in a rundown. And the throw now goes to Matthew Smith. Smith gets it to Dylan Davenport, and they take him out. They got the runner on first in a rundown, and he is tagged out. So that's a base running mistake for the Henderson Lions, and the runner on first, Kane Brantley, hearing it now from his coach, the head coach who is at third, who's the third base coach tonight. Counts 1-1 now on Howard. So Brantley leads off the third inning with a base hit right up the middle, a clean single to center, but then is caught in a rundown and tagged out. A base running mistake. That pitch is outside. 2-1 the count now. Yeah, to get to a 16 pitch average for the first 3 innings, he'd have to retire Henderson here in this inning on 8 pitches. This one is grounded to shortstop. Davenport has it. Throw to first in time. So 2 up and 2 down now. And I believe that's 46 pitches, I believe. Or does that say 45? It's one of the two. 46. 46 pitches. Deshaun Jackson up there now. Got great speed. He singled and in the first inning, stole second, came around on the double by Mason Jones. This pitch is popped up left side. Davenport underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. So Matthew Smith needed to retire Henderson on 8 pitches in order to lower his pitch per inning average down to 16. He retires him on 7. We'll take that. So we go now to the bottom of the 3rd. Henderson 1, Carthage 1. Back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And, wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house backup power has never been easier or more affordable.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowner's insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
Bottom of 3 here in Carthage at Bulldog Park is going to be Sam Watson, Dylan Davenport, and Cale Preston coming up for the Dogs. Watson, the first time, struck out swinging, and Biggs retired him on a pitch well out of the zone, a breaking ball off the outside corner. Watson with a slightly open stance up at the plate. Biggs working from the stretch. And this pitch is hit up the middle and is stopped by the second baseman. Throw to first is not in time. It'll be a base hit. Watson's going to try for second. First baseman up with it. Throw to second, and he is out at second base. Wow. That ball was hit up the middle, and I'm going to give Watson a base hit on that.
Number 5, Dylan Davenport, the shortstop.
Because he beat that one out. And I'm not for sure whose idea it was for him to go to second, whether it was Brett Pirtle sending him or whether Watson just did it on his own. I kind of think Watson did it on his own, and he was gunned down at second base. Hate to see that, because he definitely was going to be at first with nobody out. So now Davenport up, and he takes ball 1. So Watson is out 1-2. I believe that was a shortstop covering, so 1-6. Maybe, 3-6. First baseman to the shortstop. I believe it's now 1-1 on Davenport. Here's the 1-1 from Biggs. It's low. It is 2-1 now. 2-1. Sometimes the umpire will give you a signal if the scoreboard is wrong, and he gave the signal that time. It is now 2-1. This one's lined up the middle into center field for a base hit. That got past the second baseman. So again, the Bulldogs are making some good contact tonight. And so we've now had 2 hits in the inning, but only 1 base runner right now because he was out trying to stretch that single, infield single, into 2 when the throw got past the first baseman. Nice play by the first baseman for Henderson, Caden Foster. He made a great throw to second base. All right, now Preston up there. Runner on first with 1 out. This pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Yeah, there is 1 out. Okay, Biggs from the stretch. Looks at the runner at first. Preston squares around a bunt, takes it, ball 1. Preston, an outstanding bunter. We saw that last year. Preston, one of 4 starters back from last year's team that went to the regional semifinals and lost in 3 games to China Spring. He squares around a bunt again, takes that one high and outside. And the count now is ball 2 and 1 strike on Cale Preston. So we have a runner on first with 1 down here in the bottom of the 3rd in a 1-1 tie. Third baseman way in. There goes the runner from first. The pitch is ball 3 evidently, and the runner steals second. So Davenport with a stolen base. Stolen Base is sponsored by Red Oak Insurance. Red Oak Insurance is a full-service multi-line insurance agency in Carthage, Texas, offering the best possible insurance policies in East Texas at the most competitive prices. 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4. So Preston walks on 5 pitches. And now the Bulldogs have runners at first and second with 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd. Bulldogs all alone in second place in the district. And they've got a 3-game lead already on the 5th place team, a 4-game lead on the last place team. And that's after 5 ball games. So it's beginning to look like, we'll talk about that here in just a second. Biggs looks back at second. There go the runners, both runners. Pitches high, and it's a double steal for the Bulldogs. A double steal for Carthage as Davenport steals third. No throw to either base. Preston steals second. So again, the stolen base is sponsored by Red Oak Insurance. Boy, Red Oak Insurance getting a lot of advertising tonight. Red Oak Insurance, a full-service multi-line insurance agency in Carthage, Texas, offering the best possible insurance policies in East Texas. Pitches outside at the most competitive prices. 2-0 the count now to Brooks Soap. So Soap now with 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Infield in for Henderson. Here's the pitch outside, 3-1. The infield on the left side on the edge of the infield grass. Second baseman, and they're going to put Soap now on. Okay, so Soap, instead of throwing to him with a 3-0 count, they're just going to say, take your base. You can do that. So now the bases are loaded. They are loaded up for Cade Moore. Boy, what an opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Bottom of 3 and a 1-1 tie, and we've got the bases juiced. They are juiced for Cade Moore. You've got Davenport at third, Preston at second, Soap at first. Unless that is a runner down there for Soap. Pitch is low for ball 1. Just a second. Okay. LaGrone is running at first for Soap. Outside and high, 2-0. Not long. This one is hit in the air on the infield. And the catcher drops it. Oh, we got a break there. It was down the first baseline, and the pitcher went out toward first base. The first baseman came in. That's definitely an easier play for the first baseman, without a doubt. And the catcher dropped it. Now, really, that's a strike, obviously, because it was a foul ball. When you prolong the at-bat of a batter, then that is an error, even if the batter does not get on. So that's going to be an error on Henderson. So now it's a 2-1 count on Moore. Boy, we got a break there. Should have been the second out. First baseman should have had that one, should have taken charge. Here's a 2-1 pitch. This one fouled off. That was cued off the end of the bat. And fortunately, it rolled foul. So now it's a 2-2 count on Cade Moore. Big opportunity here for Cade. He's had a double to the right center field gap this year here at Bulldog Park. This young man's got the ability, if he gets hold of it, he can drive it a distance. Not saying he's got home run power. Biggs in a big situation here. Dogs with a great opportunity to take the lead. You've got to figure we got to get something out of this. And Biggs taking a long time, and so Moore asks for time, and he gets it. Bases are juiced. They are loaded for Cade Moore with one out here in the bottom of the third in a 1-1 tie. Here's Biggs now from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and this one is outside, and the count now goes to 3-2. Three and two on Cade Moore. Here's the 3-2. This one grounded into left field for a base hit. One run is in. Here's another one, a rounding third. Here's the throw. It's going to come to the plate. It's cut off, and the Dogs score two. A 2 RBI single to left field by Cade Moore, and the Bulldogs take a 3-1 lead. So Davenport scores from third. Cale Preston scores from second. Legrone goes to second base on that, and Cade Moore with a 2 RBI single to left, and the Bulldogs now lead it 3-1 here at Bulldog Park. Patrick Malone, the batter now. This pitch is high for ball one. Now, we still got runners on the base paths here. We've got Blayton Legrone running for Soap at second base, and Cade Moore's at first. Here's the pitch. The runner's going for third base. It's a high throw, but he is going to be out at third base. All right, Coach Causey visiting with him, and you have to wonder if that was a missed sign right there. Because he was thrown out easily at third base, that being Blayton Legrone. So he is out 2-5. Now that takes some of the threat out of the inning, that's for sure. Now 2 down in the inning. This pitch is swung on and missed. And the count now is 0-2. The pitch on which the runner was thrown out was a strike. So it's now, and I think it's either 0-2 or 1-2. Here's the pitch. This one is foul back. Let's see if the ump gives a sign here now. All right, it's 1-2. 1-2. Okay. 1-2 on Malone, the DH. Here's the pitch. This one hit foul, out of play. Boy, Biggs is really racking up the pitches in this inning. I think he's up to 65 now. Here's the pitch. This one hit down the right field line, going to be foul. One, two, three, four, five, six. This should be the 7th pitch to Malone. Biggs now with 66 pitches in this ball game, and we're just now in the 3rd inning, so he's averaging 22 per inning. And again, you've got to average 16 per inning to go the distance, to go the full 7 innings. All right, Biggs set at the shoulders. Here's the 1-2, high. 2-2 the count. Biggs from the stretch. Looks to the runner back. Here's the pitch. This one hit foul. That's going to be out of play. No, it's going to land in the field of play, but foul ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be the 9th pitch. The 9th pitch to Patrick Malone. So Malone taking that pitch count way up. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This is foul back. This will be pitch number 10 coming up. Malone making him work, and his pitch count now is all the way up to 69, so this will be pitch number 70. To compare, Matthew Smith has 47 through 3 innings. Biggs has 69, and he's not out of the third yet. Here's pitch 70. This pitch is ground ball down the third base line. Going to be a tough play there. Third baseman picks it up. No play. That's going to be a base hit. Infield base hit there for Patrick Malone. And that moves Cade Moore now to second. And this is Caden Ritter coming up. Ritter wearing uniform number 1. He's a junior. Got 3 sophomores on this varsity team. Carson Crawford, Brooks Soap, Cade Ross. 2 of them starting tonight. A lot of juniors. Here's the pitch, and it's low. Ball 1. Now the mains, the big senior contributors are definitely the 2 starting pitchers. Boy, we're going to come up with 2 starters next year. Here's the 1-0. Low 2-0. And again, the pitches just continue to pile up now for Biggs. He's up to 72 pitches here in the third. So this is an average now of 24 pitches per inning. And you got to average, again, 16 to go the distance. Here's a 2-0 high, ball 3. I tell you what, if he walks Ritter, I think they got someone warming up now. No, they don't either. That pitch is a strike over the inside corner. 3-1 the count now on Ritter. If Ritter gets on, then the bases are going to be loaded again, this time for Carson Crawford. So Biggs now from the stretch. Here's the 3-1. Strike 2 call. Carthage with 2 runs here in the third. They've taken a 3-1 lead. Carthage with a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the third. Runners at first and second with 2 down. And a 3-2 count on Caden Ritter. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So, big strikeout there for Biggs to get out of the inning finally. But the Bulldogs take the lead here with a couple of runs. We'll be back with the top of 4 after this 90-second break. 90 seconds, and we'll come back with the 4th inning.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means